They said it couldn't be done, an American smuggling Warhammer out of the UK. Is it a dumb idea for an American to travel all the way to the UK just for some cheaper Warhammer? Yes, it is. But shut up and strap in, because that's what I'm about to do. This is Operation The Great Warhammer Heist. Here's the deal. Warhammer is cheaper in the UK compared to the rest of the world, so I flew across the ocean to attempt the world's most nerdiest crime. It's not a crime. I set my sights on getting a plane ticket to one of the most expensive cities, London. You know, to save some money on Warhammer.
Hey guys, real quick, today's video sponsor is nobody but me. This video is a little bit different from the usual 3D printing and tabletop content, but there's still some Warhammer content in today's video. I can't believe I'm about to say this. If you enjoyed today's video, please be sure to like and subscribe. Anyways, back to the video.
After a quick little flight, I've arrived in London like a spy on a mission. I'm not a spy. Now it's time to find that Warhammer. You'd think I traveled here to visit all the places of cultural interest, like the wonderful museums and grand monuments. But you'd be wrong. We're not here for the sightseeing. Remember, I'm on a mission, looking for that sweet plastic crack. And I was hot on the trail, looking all over the streets of London. But everywhere I looked, I just couldn't find the Warhammer. I did find some old school miniatures, however, like really old school. Turns out the ancient Greeks really loved the hobby. Pretty neat. Since I couldn't take these ancient minis home, without Interpol being on me, I decided to pop in for some quick pints to drink while I think, or think while I drink. I don't know. And after wandering around the streets of London a bit more, I finally stumbled upon the sweet plastic crack. I found Warhammer. Now, despite my smiles, I wasn't too excited when I walked into this location. I really wasn't impressed by the selection of inventory they had here. Don't get me wrong, they had a nice Forge World section, some very nice display minis, and some model kits I've never seen in stock before. But since this was the flagship store, being located in London, I kinda expected more. I mean, my own local game store back home had way more selection in terms of faction inventory. Since the selection wasn't the best and, well, nothing was really speaking out to me, I knew my mission for the plastic was not over yet. Now, don't get me wrong, the employees here were super friendly and excited to talk to my travel group about Warhammer. They even hooked my group up with their first minis ever for them to paint later. Also, we got to see this giant Nurgling, which turns out was a very special find on this mission. But I'll explain more on that later. I left the London store not feeling defeated despite not finishing my mission, but I knew the sweet plastic that I was after had to be out there somewhere. After a couple more pints, I realized there had to be Warhammer in Scotland. So, to Scotland we go. So I hit the trail again, hunting down the Warhammer. Hiking onward through the Highlands, I was desperately looking for a sign. Feeling defeated, I had to ask the locals for directions, and they directed me to Paradise, aka Edinburgh. Or Edinburgh, I don't know, man. Sorry, Scotland. As soon as I arrived in Edinburgh, I could smell the sweet plastic. I was getting closer to my precious. But before I could continue my mission, I had a little side quest to do, the train spotting stairs. I had the opportunity to recreate a scene from one of my favorite movies, Train Spotting. So I just had to go recreate it. Once my side quest was done, it was back to business, the mission. After a few more pints to, get back in that mission mindset, it was back to the streets. Lo and behold, I finally found the Edinburgh Warhammer store. Now, quick note here. This location also had a giant Nurgling, which the manager told me only 3 existed. So on this journey, I happened to find 2 out of the 3 giant Nurglings that exist. Pretty cool. Apparently the 3rd is usually at Warhammer World, but currently was on loan at the new Zurich store. Hey, the more you know. Now, this location had a much better selection than the London store did. It wasn't a crazy amount, but it was way more diverse in terms of faction inventory, which is what I was looking for. I was immediately drawn to the Night Lord's Kill Team box. Now, I've been reading the Night Lord's Omnibus trilogy recently. Great book, check it out. So it was a no-brainer to grab this box set. I also got myself this sweet Blood Angels magnet because, well, Blood Angels are cool, dang it. And I also got this commemorative coin for the purchase, which features 2 Warhammers on it. So just 39,998 more to go, right? Yeah. Now that I had acquired the loot, I had to get back to the States without being detected. It was a tight run operation. I had the payload secretly hidden in the least obvious way. Disclaimer, my lawyer has advised me to state that this was all a joke. And yes, this is my lawyer.
I'm going to jail! Look at my suit.
Now that I made it back to the loot, let's go ahead and open this box up and check out those sweet sprues. For the sake of this video, I'm going to build and paint one Night Lord real quick. So I'm picking this little dude, the Night Lord Screecher. With the pair of power claws, I thought this little dude would be a fun model to start off with. For base coats, I'm hitting the model with some airbrushing for the midnight clad armor. Then it's onto all the gold trim and other various armor paints to really make this Night Lord pop. Can't forget to paint the skin, and no, I'm not talking about the face. Boom, we are done with our Night Lord Screecher. This little dude was once a sprue sitting in the UK. Now it's thousands of miles away, fully built and painted, ready for the American tabletop.
God bless our troops! God bless America! And gentlemen, start your